Good. Can you guys hear me? All right. Yay. I wanted to say good evening, colleagues, and welcome to the clinical care platform. These are the evenings I always look forward to host you. Hey, Pumla, welcome. Vusmosi, Onkemetsi, Gomba. I'm seeing Hanan. Welcome. Dr. Kuzo, are you there? Marshall, Petrus, as always. Petrus is the professional who always replies when he gets his CPD credentials every single morning, the whole year. So I can never forget Dr. Patrice Tamsang Maneli. I know that it means you are very organized because everybody, and I know if you also don't receive it, you're right, or hey, I didn't receive my certificate. And you've been doing this since you joined the platform, which is yes, every single morning. Dr. Maneli, I'm expecting your email. If I don't get it, I become worried. So yeah, welcome, Dr. Victor. I'm happy to see you. I saw an email from you. You had some challenges. Yeah, there are some changes at the platform. Trying to make sure that we serve you, our members, as much as we can. So there's small administrative issues, but I think we are winning slowly and slowly. The team will be doing some information sessions to induct you on how you can actually just log in on the platform and go to your events section and get all the links there. But yeah, let us learn together until we master this process. Let me not waste a lot of time. If you are joining us for the first time as a new member, I just want to say this is the clinical care platform. We have an aim to improve patient care, and today we are discussing HIV care, particularly this fungal infection, which, besides increasing access to ARVs, we have not managed to do well on. So I want to welcome Dr. Christy Jackson, whom I don't know if we had time to work together for a long time, because I think when I was about to leave Right to Care, probably Christy was coming in, but we have had a lot of engagements in various platforms. She's quite experienced in HIV management, infectious diseases, but also, the health system issues which she had to work through as part of her work at Right to Care in Pumalanga there. But yeah, I can tell you we've got something great for you. Let me welcome Dr. Christy there. Hi, Christy, are you good?
Hi, Lesejo. Yes, thanks. I'm good. Good evening,
Awesome.
everyone. It's nice to be here with you.
Thank you. Thank you. Awesome. Awesome, colleagues. And I must tell you, with Christy, we are going to be, I think we have a meeting this week somewhere to discuss coaching for HIV care and other things. I think I'm hoping we pull out something great for you. Dr. Christy, I know your talk, you have a lot to share with us. Let me not take more of your time and just hand over to you to take us through tonight's session. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. This is quite a long one, so I think we need to get into it. I'm just going to turn my camera off to save everybody some bandwidth.
Awesome.
Um, Let me share my screen and then we can get into it.
Okay.
Hope it's visible.
Yes, 100%. We can see your slides.
Okay,
Thank you.
good. All right. Good evening again, everyone. It's nice to be here with you. Yes, we're going to talk about cryptococcal disease. For some of you, this might be some new information. For some, it might just be a refresher. So wherever you are, I hope I don't lose anyone along the way. But feel free to put questions in the Q&A, and then if we have time at the end, we'll try to answer as many questions as possible. Let me just move these things that's in my way. Okay, so you might all know that TB is the main killer in our HIV patients, main cause of mortality, but cryptococcal meningitis is actually the second highest cause of death, which is quite a lot. So not everybody who has a serum CRAG positive will eventually develop cryptococcal meningitis. But if they do go on to develop cryptococcal meningitis, their outcome, their prognosis is really not good. Without treatment, cryptococcal meningitis has basically 100% mortality rate. And even if we do treat them, the survival rates are not that great. The stats I found said survival is between 30 and 60%. I would have, if you had to ask me to give a number off the top of my head, I would have said maybe 50%. And those of you who are treating cryptococcal meningitis cases in the wards can think for yourself, how many of those patients do you end up discharging happy and healthy and well and they go home? And how many of those end up passing away in the ward? It's actually quite a lot. And remember, those that you discharge, not all of them end up surviving. Some of them have a relapse at home and you never see them again. Maybe you think they are doing well, but they actually took a turn for the worse after discharge. So we really, really want to avoid cryptococcal meningitis because once they have it, the prognosis is not good. And an interesting fact is that it's not actually the cryptococcal fungus that ends up killing the person with cryptococcal meningitis. It's actually often due to the raised intracranial pressure. So that's an interesting fact. And towards the end, we'll speak a bit about how to manage this raised intracranial pressure. So just a quick background for those of you who might not know where cryptococcal disease comes from. The spores are actually found in the environment. It's often excreted by birds and it's just found in the soil. And all of us are exposed to it. Whenever we are outside, we inhale, we might breathe in some of these cryptococcal spores. But if someone's immune system is fairly strong, they end up just eliminating this yeast. It can be, as much as I said it can be a dangerous thing, it's actually quite a weak organism. So unless your immune system is really weak, it's able to excrete it. That's why most people don't get sick from cryptococcal disease. So if the immune system is a bit weak, it might go to the lungs, it might stay in a dormant state in the lungs. And then later on, if the immune system gets weaker and weaker, it can spread through the blood to the brain. And once the brain and the meninges are involved, that is when it becomes a dangerous thing. So this is where our cryptococcal antigen screening comes in. And once we screen positive, because now it's in the blood, it's no longer dormant somewhere in the body, it's now visible in the blood. Before it spreads to the brain, this is where we want to catch it, so that we can preemptively treat it with fluconazole so that it doesn't go on to develop meningitis, which we said has quite a poor mortality, morbidity and mortality, yes. So another interesting fact is, as much as we say birds excrete this in the environment, this is not actually a disease that we see from people who handle birds, people who have pigeons or people who have, any other caged birds. We don't see it in them. The real key risk factor is really immunosuppression. So anybody can get exposed to it, not particularly someone with exposure to birds. And if your immune system is really, really weak, that's when you could be affected by this. So in our setting, obviously, the most common cause for severe immunosuppression would be advanced HIV disease. So either our clients who present quite late, or those who have treatment failure or have defaulted from treatment, interrupted their care and come back with a weakened immune system. But HIV is not actually the only cause for immunocompromise. We can also see this in people maybe who had organ transplants and are on immune suppressants for that reason, or cancer patients with weak immune systems, or some autoimmune conditions. So even before HIV existed, we knew of cryptococcal disease and meningitis. But in our setting, the most common client that would have this would be our advanced HIV disease patients. So getting back to the cryptococcal antigen testing, I'm sure you all know that the laboratory NHLS does reflex testing for all public sector patients. If the CD4 is less than 100, they will automatically do a cryptococcal antigen test. Some provinces and some research sites have moved to 200. So depending where you are, you might see reflex crags, even with a CD4 less than 200. And luckily now, the last couple of years, some of the major private laboratories have also introduced reflex crag testing.